and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here. Today is going to be a cozy Sunday weekend vlog. I thought about vlogging tomorrow because tomorrow is a day off, but I decided I wanted to actually have it as a day off from teaching, from vlogging, from everything. So I kind of set it in my mind for this 3-day weekend that yesterday I was going to just completely relax and lounge on the couch and read and do next to nothing, which is exactly what I did, so mission accomplished. Today I've got a few things that I do want to get done. I need to finish the vlog for tomorrow. I want to edit the vlog for Wednesday so that vlog editing is all done. I need to do some more reading in my mom's beta draft that I'm beta reading for her. I want to do some more cover sketching. You saw me doing some of that in the last vlog. Didn't make any cover progress yesterday. So I vlogged on Friday. Didn't do anything yesterday, cover sketch wise. So I want to do some cover sketching today. Try to get some little doodles done of the other shop window, which I talked about in the last vlog. Might do some writing if I can. I also want to do some reading. I am currently reading The Irregular Society of Witches, of something witches. It's so good. It's so good. I am absolutely loving it. It's not quite the vibe that I thought it was going to be based on what everyone was talking about, but I am still really enjoying it, so I'm glad I'm reading it. So I want to finish reading that, and then I have book 2 of a trilogy that I started the book before The Irregular Society that they're all library books, so The Irregular Society of Witches came up available as I was finishing book 1 of, it's the Rochester trilogy, I think, by Skye Warren. It's a modern, spicy, super spicy, bad boy billionaire take on Jane Eyre. That's like my really bad summary of it. It's really good. If you like spicy, sexy, billionaire romance, it's definitely a great example of that like niche or subgenre. It actually is a pretty good, like within that vein, it's a pretty good retelling of Jane Eyre. So book 1 ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I want to start reading book 2. So I need to finish The Irregular Society of Witches before. I know that's not the full title. I'm missing something. We're gonna roll with that for now. So I need to finish that book, and then I've already got book 2 of the Rochester trilogy pulled up on my Kindle. I've borrowed it from the library. Thankfully my library has the full trilogy, and I think there's like a novella like in there as well. So yeah, need to read all of those. That's probably going to be a good chunk of my September reads. Those ones are a little bit shorter, so I'm reading them in like almost a day per book. So yeah, so I want to do lots of reading today as well, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's noon. I have not done my workout yet for today. The last few weeks I've been like doing my workout first thing in the morning, but I haven't done it today because it is only 93 and it's only supposed to go up to like 96, and it should be, yeah, about 96 going into like, but between 4:30 and 5 it'll be like 96, 95 degrees. The humidity is coming down a tiny bit. I need to take a shower. I need to wash my hair. We are rolling with it for now, but I'm going to try not to turn my back on you guys because I feel like the back of my head is not a good look. Yeah, so I need to wash my hair today anyway, so I think I might go for a walk outside. So many of you, if you're new here, you're like, why is that a big deal? Because it's hot out, and I have not gone for an outdoor walk here in Phoenix. We've gone up to Prescott, but I haven't gone for an outdoor walk here in Phoenix since early May. So I really do want to go for a walk if I can. I was out on my balcony yesterday at like 3 and there was kind of in the shade, and it was a little bit cooler yesterday than it's going to be today, but like it still didn't feel that bad. So I'm going to attempt, I might chicken out and just do something here in the apartment later this afternoon, but I'm going to attempt to go for a walk just like around the block. It's gonna be hot. It's still gonna be hot. Definitely need a shower afterwards, but I need to take a shower and wash my hair today anyway. So yeah, I kind of want to do that. So it's gonna be a very chilled, relaxing day, but there are some things I want to try to get done, and there are some things that I can update you on throughout. So I figured, going back to my plan with tomorrow being a day off, I figured rest yesterday, try to do a bunch of stuff today, vlog while I'm at it, and then tomorrow can be another like power down, do nothing day. I just decided that if I was going to do book stuff this weekend, I'd rather do it today so that I can have tomorrow completely off. So that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna start with breakfast and coffee. I'm gonna scramble up some eggs, toast some toast, toast some toast, toast some bread, have some toast, whatever. Find a YouTube video or something to watch while I have breakfast, and then I will see what I feel like doing next. Need to do a little bit of planning work as well. So yeah, there's lots of things. So I should do my planner first and like make a list of what I want to try to do today, and then we'll see how much I can get ticked off. Okay, oh, I'm backlit. Okay, it is now, gotta keep you out from underneath the ceiling fan, or that will be fun with the microphone. It is just about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna conduct a little experiment. I'm in a sweatshirt and my hair is down, which is gonna make me feel hotter. But it's 95 degrees outside. Let's see how this feels. Oh. I came out here yesterday and cleaned up the patio slightly. I need to do a better sweep, but while we're out here, I'll show you. I wiped down this table because it was so dusty and muddy and dirty from all the dust, from all the rain, from the dust storm we had the other night. It's not good. And then I also wiped down this chair. I leave the cushion down when I'm not using it so that the back of it and the seat of it don't get completely destroyed by the sun and the dust and everything. So this side isn't that dirty and the seat of it isn't that dirty, but I wiped down the edge, which it's actually, seems like it's pretty good. It's a little dusty still, a little bit of dust coming up. So I'll do another dust, wipe it down with a wet rag later, but I could come out and sit here in the mornings if I really wanted to when it starts getting a little bit nicer. So we'll pop that back down like that. But yeah, wiped things, swept things, wiped down the banister a little bit because it had gotten, the birds have been here. We'll just leave it at that. But beautiful tree. You can hear the wind through the tree. Completely clear sky. A little bit of haze or light clouds up there, but yeah, really nice. And it does feel warm. I won't lie, it does feel warm, particularly standing in the sun. And this balcony is a bit of a sun trap, heat trap. It just cooks all day. You can see it still getting some direct sun. In the middle of summer, the balcony doesn't get a ton of sun. Okay, it's a little hot to stand out here and talk, so we'll go back inside. But I am thinking I'm gonna go for my walk later this afternoon. It doesn't feel that bad, and I think in the shade, like if I go at 4:30, there'll be some shade. So I think in the shade, it'll be warm. I'm not pretending that it won't be warm, but I think it'll be okay. I'm making some coffee at the moment. So I didn't have coffee with my breakfast. I thought I would wait and do it as more of an early afternoon treat. So I'm just gonna froth up the milk here, which is like my favorite thing to do. Pour the milk in like so. All the good foamy bits at the very top. Looking forward to this. So yeah, I went out yesterday when it was just a couple degrees cooler than it is now. I think it was about 93 degrees when I went out there yesterday, and was able to do a bit of cleaning on the balcony. It needs more, but rather than waiting for another month and then doing a deep clean when it got cooler, it's all gonna need to be dusted again in the next couple weeks. But if I happen to wake up early and it happens to be a nice morning in one of these next couple weeks, I could go out and sit on the balcony and not end up covered in dust. So I'm looking forward to that. I just love being on my balcony, and I feel like I didn't spend as much time out there this past year, partly because we had a colder winter than usual, and so it was just nicer to be inside than sitting on my balcony. But I do really like sitting on my balcony, particularly with that tree. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm going out there a little bit more this year. And it shouldn't be that much longer before I could start going out there, like in the mornings. But I do think I'll go for a walk later, probably in about 2.5 hours. Here in the apartment, I'm making progress. I have tomorrow's vlog is now edited. I think I'm going to edit until about 2:30-ish for Wednesday's vlog. I'm going to try to edit a good chunk of it today, and then I can finish it tomorrow. I don't want to spend all day today editing, but I also don't want to spend all day tomorrow editing. So we're going to split it across 2 days so that Wednesday's vlog can get done. So then I'm going to edit until around 2:30, 2:40, because I want to do until about 2:30. And then I think I am going to do some cover sketching until about 3-ish. And then I'll switch to doing some beta reading for Mom's book for like 30 minutes-ish. That would take me up until about 3:30. And then from whenever I finish working on those tasks until I'm ready to go for my walk, I'm going to do do some more reading in the novel I'm reading, because I really want to finish that today. Even if I finish it later tonight, I want to set myself up this afternoon so that I am within finishing distance of it tonight. So yeah, so I'm going to do some more vlog editing, some cover sketching, some beta reading, and then just some fun reading. I don't think I'm going to have time to do any outlining or writing today, but that's fine. These weekends really are a lesson in learning how to still be productive, but also to still rest and to emphasize and focus on rest. I just know that like it's so easy for me to get completely swept away in all of the excitement but also stress of my full-time job and a new semester starting, and it's already starting to run away with me in terms of like the grading and office hours and emails and stuff. It's just, it can be very full on, and so I need to be a lot more conscious and intentional about my evenings and my weekends and making sure that I'm not packing a million things into my nights and weekends, which is always the struggle. But I'm starting to also change my thoughts and perspective on publishing, and I'm going to try to do a separate video on that. That'll probably be the next video. I need to make a note in my planner, but I think that's what I want the topic to be when I vlog next, either Thursday or Friday. But yeah, I'm just slowing everything down. I'm realizing that I don't want to give anything up, but I can't keep going at the same pace. I have to slow things down. And so, like, we're slowing down YouTube in a way by doing 2 videos in a week instead of 3, or 2 long vlogs instead of 3 long vlogs, and the occasional shorter vlog or silent vlog or write with me or read with me type, more alternative or experimental type of video for this channel. Occasionally have a 3rd video like that each week, but like definitely I'm noticing that YouTube is slowing down for me in terms of how it feels on the content creation side. Like, there are more days where I'm not vlogging, and I don't, you know, if I'm only vlogging 2 days a week, that's 5 days a week that I'm not vlogging. And if I'm only editing 2 days a week, it also means that, like, especially on a day like today where I'm doing a bit of editing and a bit of vlogging, it means that there'll be a couple days, there's always a couple days each week I'm noticing now, aside from Tuesday, which Tuesday nothing gets done other than teaching work, but there's still a couple days each week, including usually one weekend day, like yesterday, where I'm not filming or editing, and I'm just truly like relaxing. And that's something else, like having, even if I do vlog on a weekend day, there's always another weekend day where I'm not vlogging. So like yesterday was truly relaxing and restful. I just didn't do anything, including book work, and I need to be doing some amount of book work on both days of the weekend, but I knew I had Monday coming up as a holiday, so I let myself take yesterday completely off. Tomorrow I think I will do a little bit more book work, but I'm also trying to enjoy that right now I'm in a bit of a holding pattern where my beta readers are still reading my book. I'm still giving myself at least these next couple days, at least tomorrow, but then also Tuesday, because I'll be working on Tuesday. Wednesday is when I'll probably start rereading Independent Hearts 3 before I start the last round of developmental edits. So I am kind of intentionally taking a break from that, and I don't have to do writing and outlining and Across the Pond 5. That's purely, that project is just there for fun when I feel like I need to write something. And I think that's something I've been learning over these last few books, that I have to always have something that I'm writing, even if I'm not working on it every day, just so that when I start to feel that itch, that like, ugh, I need to be writing, I need to be creating something, not just editing or copy editing or doing cover design stuff, like, especially as I'm getting towards these last couple months before publishing Independent Hearts 3, so much of it is just finishing work and polishing work, and it's not creative, it's not generative in the way that writing is. And I will start to miss that feeling that I get when I write. And so even though Across the Pond 5 is not the priority, it is the lowest priority of all of my projects, it's still good for me to have it there to work on when I just start to feel like my head is like about to spin off my neck because I haven't written anything in 2 weeks or something like that. So September is, the focus this month is really truly going to be on Independent Hearts 3 and getting the cover done and getting the copy editing going and hopefully almost finishing the copy editing by the end of this month. Like, that is definitely going to be the goal, but I also need to make sure that I'm resting. But anyway, I need to stop rambling. I need to go actually start doing stuff. Vlog editing, cover sketching, beta reading, and then if I can get that done, I can let myself read and just truly relax for a little while. Okay, I am ready to just start, well, not start relaxing because I've been relaxing, but I'm done with all of the kind of project tasks, if you will. I have done some cover sketching. I now have larger versions of all of the little elements that go in the shop windows. That's exciting. So progress, yay, progress. I will feel so much better when the cover illustration is done and digitized and I am starting to color it in. Like, I really can't wait to just get to that part, because this is the hardest part. This is the most time consuming part. And I've got a low battery light, so let's just go over to the desk. I needed to get some water, but let's come sit down here. So the sketch is coming along. I got another 2 or 3 chapters, I think 2 long chapters and 1 short chapter of Mom's book read. I am such a slow beta reader. It is now 3:44, so I'm probably only going to read for about 30 minutes or so, and then I do really want to go for a walk. It's currently 96, so it did get up to 96 today. So we'll see how it feels once I get out there. Usually once I'm out away from the apartment building, it usually feels a little bit cooler than it does if I just step out my front door or step out onto the balcony, just because there's not much airflow in those areas, and so the heat just sort of pools by my balcony door or by my front door. I've missed going for a walk so much. I'm doing my best, like here in the apartment. I'm doing my best to try to do some exercise. Walking also really seems to help my stomach and my whole GI system. It helps like my IBS. My IBS always feels worse in the summer. Like, this is why I don't like summer here in Arizona. Like, summer somewhere cooler, I'm sure I would love. Summers that I got to spend in the UK, really loved summer those years. But I don't like summer in Arizona, in southern Arizona, in the desert, because everything in my body falls apart. My IBS gets worse, my fibromyalgia gets worse, my seasonal depression kicks off. That has been a doozy this year. It's probably been better overall compared to past years, because I'm learning how to deal with my seasonal depression more. Like, I'm learning that that is actually what it is. There were so many summers where I just felt like I was losing my mind and I didn't understand why. Because when you look up seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder, it's always talking about people in the winter living in super cold climates. But I know I'm not the only one who gets it in the summer. So like, now that I know that's what it is, I can kind of prepare for it and recognize the symptoms, and it doesn't take me by surprise as much as it used to. But this year, I think because I'm used to it hitting by like late May, early to mid-June at the latest. But this year we had such a nice May and June, comparatively speaking. And like June, Mom and I went hiking up in Prescott on summer solstice, which, like, when has that ever happened? Because like, even Prescott has been warm all summer. I've kept my eye on the temperatures, hoping it would cool down enough one day that we could go hiking, but it's been cooler than Phoenix, but it's still been hot up there. It was cooler than usual across the state in May and June, and I think I got lulled into a false sense of security that like maybe this summer wasn't going to be that bad. And then July hit, and that was not good. July was just intense. We ended up with like 30 days total over 110 degrees. It was not fun. My electric bill in July was astronomical. I still haven't seen what it's yet for August, but I'm hoping it'll be a little bit lower. All of this to say, I've missed being able to go outside. and go for walks. And like, it's gonna warm back up. It's cooling down. It's cooled down into the mid to upper 90s. I think it started Friday. This was cool on Friday when I vlogged on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, today, and that's gonna still be cool tomorrow and Tuesday. So thank God Tuesday is only gonna be like 98 to 100 degrees when I'm on campus. It was 114 last Tuesday, just for reference. So it will be a little bit cooler this week, but then after Tuesday, it starts warming back up. And by next weekend, it's gonna get back up to like 109, but then it looks like it goes back down slightly to the low hundreds. Fingers crossed. It's, you know, it's fluctuating every day. I'm ready to see the back end of temperatures over 105 for sure. I'm ready for like 105 to be the highest we get, and for that to be an occasional high. I'm ready for like 98 to 100 to be our typical, like when we're lucky, 90 as the lowest. That might not be until towards the end of September, unfortunately, but like we're close. We're there. Like I know. And of course they are predicting a warmer and drier than usual fall, which is not ideal, but it should still be cooling down-ish within the next few weeks. And by cooling down, I do mean like till 90 degrees. I don't think we'll see anything in the 80s as a high until next month in October. But even that is only a few weeks away. But like, September's gonna go by fast. The weather will cool down eventually, at least cool down enough that I can go for walks in the morning and late afternoons like this. The mornings will be even nicer, but I just could not wake up early enough this morning. But anyway, I want to go sit down on the couch and do some more reading for the next 30-ish minutes, and then we can go for a walk and just see what the weather is like. I think if I can read for the next 30-ish minutes, I will then have less than an hour left in the book, because I think I'm just under an hour and a half as my estimated reading time. And so if I can get to under an hour left, then I will definitely be able to finish it tonight before I go to bed. Time to go get cozy on the couch again and do some more reading. It is after 4:30. I am just gonna head out. So I now have just under an hour left in the very secret society of irregular witches. I should be able to finish that tonight before I go to bed. Do some more reading in Mom's book and finish it tomorrow. I don't know, but I definitely want to do some more reading in it. I am absolutely loving this book. I will be sad when it ends. I'm not really ready for it to be over. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I am looking forward to starting my next book. I'm in a reading like kick right now. I can't remember exactly, but let me count them up. But I read a lot in August. I'm just pulling up Goodreads on my phone because I literally lost count of how many books I read last month. I feel like earlier in the summer I definitely slowed down for a bit, but I'm speeding back up. So it looks like, yeah, I read a lot. I read 14 books in August. One of them was a nonfiction book. The rest were all novels. Some of the novels were on the shorter side, so that helped. The nonfiction book I read was A Few Words About Words by Joseph J. Diorio. It was okay. It was cute. It was funny. Not really, I wouldn't call it a writing craft book, but just an interesting book to read if you're a writer. But as far as novels, I read Here for the Drama by Kate Bromley. Loved it. Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clausen. Loved that one. I reread Pitch to Palace, which is the Modern Royals book 4 by Avon Ellis, because book 5 was coming out, and I had reread books 1 through 3 earlier this year. Then I read Green Tea Latte to Go by Avon Ellis. And then that one led me to reread Outscored, which is Ringside in the Rockies #3, because there was a crossover with some of the characters. Then I read A Midnight Kiss on Ever After Street by Jamie Admons. I adore Jamie Admons, and that book did not disappoint. It was so cute. It was absolutely enchanting. Loved it. A Hollywood Ending by Melanie Summers. That one's definitely steamy. That was also short. That was like only a couple hundred or so pages, so I read that one in like a day, but really enjoyed that one. The Little Venice Bookshop by Rebecca Raisin. Really enjoyed that. Then I read A Prince Among Men by Avon Ellis, which was book 5 of her Modern Royal series. Then I read Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. She's a new author, new to me author. I want to read some of her other books. I absolutely loved Role Playing. The main characters are 48 and 50, so like older romance, like, but still young to me. I'm 42, so 48's not that big of a stretch as far as age, as far as I'm concerned. So it's just, I'm enjoying reading books where the main female character is in her 40s or like at least late 30s. As I'm getting older, I still enjoy reading books with young, like 20 something, early 30s, but I relate to those characters less. So I really enjoyed Role Playing. Read The Duchess Effect, which is American Royalty book 2 by Tracy Livesay. Loved it. It was just as good as book 1. And then I read The I Do Dilemma, which is the book 1 in the Heirs of Hansel series by J.C. Lee. I want to read the other books in the series, but probably not until next year. I feel like none of them really fit into my autumnal / Christmas vibe that's going to take me through the rest of the year, but I'm definitely bookmarking those to read later after all of my seasonal reading. And then the last book of August was A Scottish Highland Surprise, which is Scottish Escapes book 2, but they are standalone, so I haven't read book 1, and that's by Julie Shackman. So 14 books total, 13 novels. Absolutely loved all of them. There wasn't a bad one in the bunch. I don't know if I can read that many books this month, but I'm gonna try. I'm up to like 74 books out of my 100 books challenge for 2023. So yeah, it's exciting. But anyway, I have rambled long enough. It's now 4:48. I need to get out for my walk, and I'm not gonna be long, no more than 30 minutes probably. So yeah, time to go for a walk, and then I can have a nice, relaxing, cozy evening where I don't have to worry about work tomorrow, because tomorrow is a holiday. might have overdone it just a little bit. I have a headache now too, but it was worth it. It was all worth it. I will do a very easy, gentle workout tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna have to be careful on Mondays once it does cool down. I think Mondays are just gonna have to be, no matter what, how I'm feeling and what I want to do, Mondays are gonna have to be like a yoga day, because I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow, and I'm glad I don't have to go to campus tomorrow. I grabbed this, my big water bottle, thinking it was more water than I needed, because I was just gonna go for a short walk, but it was the only bottle of my exercise workout bottles that was in the fridge full of cold water. Yeah, I drank pretty much all of it. Now it's lukewarm and not good. So I'm back to my cold water bottle. It was just too nice out there. This is my problem. I get out on the trail or out walking around and my brain just switches off. And there was a point where I had to make a decision of go straight or turn. And straight was what I wanted to do. Turning is what would have been sensible to do. I heard my brain say, you know, we're gonna do what I want to do and not what would be sensible to do. Let's go sit. I didn't want to sit as soon as I got in, but I think I can sit now. I needed water for sure. It was lovely. It was hot, but we expected that, right? You guys got to enjoy the walk without any of the heat, so I'm kind of jealous of that. I wish I could have had your temperature experience with my physical experience, if that makes sense. It was nice. Like, I use that as a relative term. It was hot, especially in the sun, but in the shade and with the breeze, it felt bearable. Like it wasn't beautiful, but was more than bearable, I would say. Definitely need to start doing my knee exercises again. I have totally slacked off on those over the summer. That was what hurt the most throughout my walk. First it was my left knee, and then halfway through I started feeling it in a slightly different spot in my right knee. So I just need to work on my knee strength. And definitely when it does cool off enough to go walking, I need to be going for walks and getting my walking legs back, because I'm not even sure how going hiking right now would do. But oh my gosh, it was just so nice. It was so nice. Like it was hot. The path that I ended up taking did have me in direct sunlight for longer stretches of time, and that was hot. And so when I was just a little ways past the halfway point and on my way, like I made the turn to start walking back towards my apartment, I could feel my energy levels just flagging, but I was still enjoying it. Like I was suffering, but I was enjoying it. It was hot, it was miserable, but at the same time it was just so nice to be out and going for a walk and seeing my neighborhood again. Like I've only been by these places in my car throughout the summer. I can definitely see that some of the plants and trees have suffered from the heat, but a lot of them look better than I was expecting. I didn't notice any saguaros that had massive heat damage, and that's been a problem throughout the summer. It's been so hot. Hotter than it's been in the last few summers, and hotter for longer stretches of time, and so it just, like, July just became a pressure cooker. Just felt so nice. Like it's still so hot out there, but it did feel really good to be. I feel like I'm so red. I don't feel as red as I feel like I look, but I definitely got overheated, and I definitely overdid it. I don't regret that, and I don't think I'll regret that tomorrow either. It's possible I'll regret it tomorrow. Right now I'm just still too excited. I'm still on a high from being outside and not completely dying. Like, there were moments where it felt really nice, and then other moments where it was like, oh, maybe this was not a good idea. So I'm focusing more on the nice moments than the this was a not good idea moments. I just can't wait until I can do it again. It's gonna be at least a week or so, but it'll still be really nice. Like, it's getting there. Summer is almost done. Like this is the early autumn. I feel like I could put a title on this vlog of a beautiful early autumn Sunday. It looks different in the Phoenix Valley. It just does, compared to what early autumn looks like and feels like in other parts of the country and other parts of the world. But this really was a beautiful early autumn day. I got to go for a walk outside. That is definitely a sign that autumn is coming. So I'm gonna drink out of my autumn tumbler. That's gonna be it for me for this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a lovely day, so I hope you've enjoyed sharing this day with me. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate both of those things. We are so close to 4,000 subscribers, which is a huge number for some, and it's a huge number for me. It's a small number compared to other channels that I follow, but I work really hard on these videos, and I've worked very hard for a number of years on this channel, and so every time I hit a milestone, it's just like, wow. But yeah, so I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you're someone who's been watching fairly regularly, because my videos keep popping up as a recommended video, but you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. And if you have a friend or two or more who you think would like these videos and they aren't currently following me, maybe recommend my channel. I would really appreciate that. I'm really excited for autumn content and just sharing autumn in Arizona with all of you. So yeah, leave me a walking emoji. I think there's like emojis of people walking, or like walking shoes, running shoe emoji, in honor of my gorgeous walk, or some tree emojis. I got to see trees and walk among trees. It's amazing how the little things can just make you so unbelievably happy, but they really do. So leave me some walking emojis or some tree emojis to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. I would really appreciate that. And let me know what those early signs of autumn are like where you live. Is it autumn yet? Does it feel like autumn yet? Are you getting those signs of late summer but not yet autumn? Like, just what are those little things that just make you happy or make you excited or just show you somehow that the seasons are kind of changing? If they haven't happened yet, maybe what are the signs you're looking out for that will tell you autumn is on its way? For me, the fact that I can go for a walk outside and not completely roast is a sign that autumn is on its way. So yeah, I will show you what I get up to the rest of the evening, but it's just going to be a super cozy, relaxing Sunday at home, starting with a cold shower to clean myself up and then figuring something out for dinner. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you very much for watching this vlog, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye!